Hey folks, here we are with the Wheezy132. Now I was playing this to try and get 4000 spotting damage in order to complete the Light Tank 15 mission. That didn't end up happening this match. What did end up happening this match I think was a little bit more fun. So I'm still platooned up with Hardest and Nev. This was all from the same gameplay session as the last two STB replays. Hardest is in a Type 61, grinding towards his own STB, and Nev is in the Ascent 7. Now, the Wheezy132 is a tank I've had for quite a long time. Obviously, I got it on the way to the Wheezy120, however, it's one I haven't really played very much. I skipped most of the grind up that tree with free XP. And the 132, while it's a very good tank, I don't know, it just didn't click with me quite as well as the Wheezy131 and Type 62 did. I'm not quite sure why. Either way, it does play very similarly to both of those. Obviously it's little more than an up-tiered 131 with a slightly more powerful gun. And straight away I managed to run into a bunch of shit. Now I'm not actually the one doing most of the spotting here. The 121 and the Aufklärungspanzer are the ones doing it. What I'm doing is stupidly throwing away hit points to a Bulldog, but my gun punches a little bit harder than his does, and so he backs off, only to get cleaned up by RE50. In fact, both Bulldogs are taken out. I was thinking of looping back to deal with the second, but no need anymore. That makes my life a lot easier, being that the Bulldog is probably one of the most dangerous light tanks in the game, particularly to another light. I see an opportunity to jump in and push shot into the back of 57. It high rolls him, in fact. I figure if I'm not going to be doing spotting on this map, I may as well be doing shooting. And to be quite honest, I enjoy shooting things with the light tanks more than I enjoy sitting in a bush and hoping my teammates will shoot them. I see a chance with this Conqueror. He's back here isolated and not paying attention to me. Obviously he doesn't feel threatened by a light tank. Well, that was a mistake. And as I blaze past him, I just lock my auto aim and begin handing out shots. Now, I was only expecting 1 or 2 hits from this, and in fact, all 3 of those shots hit. What I wasn't expecting was to run headlong into a Leopard, and you could actually see there, when the Leopard shell hit me, it sent my turret whizzing way off to the other side. Now, I think Wargaming have addressed this in the past and said it was some sort of bug and they were going to try and fix it, but obviously it hasn't happened. It's been in the game for as long as I can remember. It used to happen in closed beta. And obviously it's still there, it's just usually not noticeable because I don't often get hit in the turret while driving around firing at things over my shoulder. Either way, I am just able to escape certain death at the hands of the Leopard and the RU-251. The E50 once again proves to be my saviour. I loop back around through my original position. The forest is pretty much cleaned up by now. The 57 is about to die, and the 54E1 is not going to stay alive much longer either. So I begin to push out this way when he gets relit. I decide I may as well swing back and see if I can get a shot into him, realizing that he actually has his back to me. Unfortunately, I am moving pretty quickly, and RNG decides my shots are not going to pan. The first one hits him in the track for 0 damage, and the second just flies off. With all the tanks on this flank dealt with, I have 2 things I want to do. First of all, I want to find Artie, which I know has got to be back here somewhere. Second of all, I want to avoid getting dunked on by the Leopard, which, as far as I'm aware, is still covering the middle of the map. If he sees me, there's no reason that he wouldn't shoot at me, especially after my earlier rampage. So I hug the low ground on the right, also using the foliage as cover, or concealment rather, not cover. Cover is what the hills are. Once again, low ground, you can see me using it. I ride up here to try and get shots on the Leopard. This was probably not the safest life choice, but it was a more interesting one. The first shot flew true, but after that, as I started trying to duck and weave because he was inevitably going to start shooting at me, my shots got a bit less accurate. I stopped for a moment here to try and let my aim settle, but obviously that hit something that wasn't him. Or bounced. That one didn't, and I'm getting close, hoping to out-traverse his turret. It looks like I'm screwed as my shot fails to kill him, but Nev comes through and saves the day. Now I know where both the RD are, and it's time to go deal with them. One shot into the GW Tiger. I hang out to the left a little, hoping to evade being shotgunned. Oh. Well then. I'll take that. Let's have an instant replay. In I come, first shot has already hit the GW Tiger, second goes in. I begin to switch targets. Beautiful shot. Absolutely beautiful. And then it's time to deal with the GW Tiger. The Wheezy 132 is a fantastic little tank. Used to be the strongest high-tier light tank in the game until the advent of the Walker Bulldog. The T-71 was very powerful in its own way, but I wouldn't say it quite dethroned the Wheezy. It's certainly a lot of fun to play, especially if you manage to find an enemy team that just can't aim. And once again, although I didn't get the mission on this match, I had a lot of fun, and I was certainly amused by the shotgunning arty at the end. My next match next replay will also be a Wheezy 132 match, which happened... I don't think actually, it might have been the match after this one. It was very shortly after this one, because I was really surprised I had two good matches in this tank so close together. I'm certainly not a good light tank driver, and quite often I will go whole days playing light tanks with nothing but frustration and shitty matches. Either way, that one will be up shortly, or may even come up at the same time as this one, given how I tend to queue things up. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.